One thing I will overreact to, though, and I don't feel bad about it at all. I'm ready to stamp on it. I'm ready to plant the flag on this, that the Grizzlies absolutely won the Desmond Bane trade. It's not just the picks they got from it, but if you tell me, I swear to God, if you tell me the Grizzlies in the offseason just traded Desmond Bane for Cedric Coward, I think they might have won the trade too. Cedric Coward, there has not been a bigger disparity in NBA history from going from Desmond Bane's wingspan to Cedric Coward's wingspan, and how Cedric Coward can defend. Cedric Coward can touch his knees. That's how big his arms are.
Jesus.
He can defend. He was playing good defense on Devin Booker last night.
Good player.
And they used one of those picks they got from the Bane trade to trade up for Coward. And Coward is looking like he's going to be one of the better players in his draft class. And if they were able to get a cost-efficient shooting guard that can defend better than Bane and has like the capabilities of becoming an offensive player that's similar to him, I think that trade in itself is valid. And then you get all the picks. Like the Grizzlies are going to have the Phoenix Suns first round pick this year.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I'm excited.
I mean, the fact that they got the Suns pick's crazy. Oh, the Magic. Oh my God.
AJ DeBonsa, come to Memphis.
Oh
man.
my God. No,
man.
come to Boston.
Did the
bro.
Magic pull the trigger too prematurely? Because we thought last year it was a KCP problem. Yeah. That's why his shooting is bad.
He's not playing terrible now.
Right now, the Magic can't defend. Like they have not been. Their stamp has been a great defensive team. Did you see that
they're not running their offense even through their best players?
No, they're not running it through Franz.
Yeah, like
Anthony Black is hooping tonight. 20 points, 8 for 13, 3 for 6 from 3.
The real nerd.
The player that has the highest percentage on-ball percentage on the Magic is Tyus Jones.
Yeah, they're running pick and rolls with players that are not
also,
their star
Jalen
players.
Suggs not been playing, so that's another guy that could help their defense out when he comes back. But you're not wrong.
How do you feel about that, bro?
Even the first game, though,
about the Magic,
they played the Heat. To
about
be
him
fair,
saying like he's overreacting to the trade, bro.
I don't hate it. Listen, you guys know I like Desmond Bane a lot. He's been struggling. He hasn't played his best brand of basketball. Banchero has been disappointing. I have nothing.
That nigga's been ass cheeks. He's been ass cheeks.
I think that's what bothers me. I think that's what bothers me about it is I don't know what you think about him. Do you think he's bad, overrated?
Paulo?
He's definitely overrated. What do you think?
He thinks Franz is better.
Paulo's definitely overrated.
If you think Franz is better, I can start to live with it. I can start to live with it. But I don't want you to treat Paulo like he's a piece of shit.
It does feel like you think he's not good.
I think Paulo's a good basketball player.
It feels like you think he's
it's
not
that
good.
I think he's extremely talented. But I think the conversations that Magic fans often put Paulo Banchero in, he can be Cade Cunningham. He can he can be a top 10 player in the world. That's something that I vehemently disagree with. Paulo Banchero, his player comp is oftentimes to Carmelo Anthony.
I heard LeBron
but
for the longest.
But Carmelo Anthony had a quick first step in his prime.
He's athletic as hell too.
Paulo Banchero doesn't have that quick first step. He's more of a bully ball.
Power,
Paulo Banchero, to me, reminds me a lot of Julius Randle, which is not a bad thing. But from their play style perspective, it's a high volume of mid-range shots. It's their
Julius Randle.
Julius.
NBA player.
I understand, but Julius Randle with the Knicks, he was
that's after the
outside
number one. You have Julius Randle.
Listen, we don't
to lead the franchise.
Number one overall. Just leave that
outside of Larry Bird, there was not a player that's ever averaged 24, 10, and 6 in a season and shot 40% from 3. That's what Randle did when he led the Knicks to the playoffs.
Numbers?
But Julius Randle, I mean, that's what he could give you. He could give you a little bit of everything. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if Paulo Banchero is certified a better player than Julius Randle. Just better pound for pound basketball player than Randle. I don't think so. He's not a better passer and playmaker than him. He's not a better rebounder than him. He's not a better scorer than him. I think they're similar. And Randle rewrited his wrongs in this past playoff run he had, where he really was playing well for the Timberwolves. I think Paulo Banchero, as a young superstar in the league, was a bit overrated. And because of his draft pedigree, it was oftentimes, it was unquestioned that he was better than Franz. But I think Franz complements winning basketball more. And the Bane trade it's going to accelerate the timeline for the Magic because of the second apron, because they paid everybody. And the Magic is a long season. They have time to figure it out. But my gut tells me that they're going to have to make a decision on Paolo and Franz. I don't think this is a Celtics Tatum and Jaylen Brown situation, because I think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, because of the outside shooting, were able to coexist together. And also Tatum is a legit elite offensive engine, where I don't think Paolo is an offensive engine. I mean, Paolo has been an offensive engine for one of the worst offenses in basketball. That's what you're getting with Paolo.
Also, but to be fair,
the shooting around them was always been bad.
Boston made it a little bit easier around Tatum. I will say that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
definitely
get
got
that.
role players. With better
I get that.
He has a
but
better organization.
I think that the Magic are in a different spot than the Celtics in the fact that
Mark Andrews, 2 tuds.
their two best players, I think, really genuinely don't fit together, and they're gonna have to make a decision.
I think when you make the Desmond Bane trade, was it 4 firsts, 5 firsts?
It was a good
4
amount,
firsts.
yeah.
Whenever you make that drastic or that huge of an investment in a player, and you start off 1-4, and then on the other side you basically his replacement playing as well as he's been playing, and the Grizzlies overall just looking better, it's gonna be nasty. I'm not just completely running off the Magic yet, but I think the concerns are real. Like, I think you've seen it the last couple of seasons with Paolo and Franz together, that it's never looked the prettiest in terms of them complementing each other. And it felt like Desmond Bane was the perfect player to kind of take, try to mend this whole, whatever you want to call it, pot together, because he's someone that doesn't need the ball in his hands, but he can create his own shot if he needs to. He can play off ball. He can be a good shooter. He is a good defender. So you had all of this stuff come together that this should fit around Paolo and Franz, but the main problem is still Paolo and Franz. And listen, I've loved Paolo. I still love Paolo, but he's the bigger issue of the two right now. Like, he's the one that's playing lower than his expectations compared to Franz. The game against Detroit that they had was that last night, where, I mean, it was a close game right up until the fourth quarter. Paolo was drawing against Tobias Harris as Tobias is out there giving them hell. It was ugly, man. I mean, this is a team that you made the Desmond Bane trade and you're getting Jalen Suggs back, and maybe that just wasn't enough, right? And even in the Eastern Conference that doesn't look, strong by any means, it still feels like the root of the problem is you have two guys that, like you said, you make the Tatum and Brown comps, but it feels kind of lazy. It feels like these are just two young wings who can do a lot on the basketball court. They can be on both sides of the ball and perform, but they don't have exactly the same skill sets because of the shooting that Boston had that Orlando doesn't right now. I think they'll be okay. Like, I still think it's a team that makes the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. But yeah, I mean, you gave up 4 first-round picks, and one of them being that Suns pick. So just making the playoffs probably isn't good enough.
So this is where I'll just leave it at. And this is the final thing I'll say on it.
I feel like in the early stages of the Jays, this is what the conversation was, kind of splitting them up.
It was.
Kind of saying they don't fit together.
That was dumb, though.
And yeah, and then one guy just got exponentially better, and the other guy was just like, you're the one, I'm the two. Let's do our thing. I feel
You're
like
saying who's the one that got exponentially better?
Tatum.
And the thing about him is that he was always supposed to be the guy with the draft pick that he was used on, and he was better too.
Right behind
No,
him.
they both were 3.
Yeah, they both were 3,
yeah.
but Tatum, he was the better one of the two in the conference finals run.
Yeah.
And he had those moments where
Well,
he
that's
dunked
the
on
thing.
LeBron.
Banchero's the better playoff performer. Short, small, very small.
I don't know, man.
Sample
That
size.
2022 Miami Heat series, Jalen was robbed. I'm just going to say that.
Are you saying when they went to the finals?
Yes.
Jalen,
All
they
the
were
moments
both great.
before that,
Jalen
though,
was robbed.
like Game 6 against the Bucks.
Agreed.
Yeah, the second round.
You know,
was
but
much better.
This is hilarious.
This is
That's nuts.
so this is where I just feel like people like to throw away numbers. That's valid. I feel like it's a piece of the puzzle. It's a piece of the puzzle, and with young players that are in bad situations, the numbers can be muddy. But I shared with you guys. I shared you guys this in the chat. Paolo Banchero has never had a season with a positive net rating,
I knew he was going
a
to
positive on-off, above average 2-point percentage, above average 3-point percentage, above average free throw percentage, above average effective field goal percentage, above average true shooting percentage. If Franz
numbers aren't everything.
if Franz was a negative like Paolo the past couple of seasons, didn't have a positive net rating, didn't have a positive on and off, I can attribute the situation
to the team
to be the cause as to why it's the reason.
Fair
But the fact that Paolo Banchero is the one that's clearly the negative in terms of net rating, clearly the negative and on-off, and Franz is a positive clearly in both of those regards, I don't think it's nothing. And this year, through the games that the Magic have played, Paolo Banchero's usage is the highest in the fourth quarter, and their offensive rating is the lowest in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
And like all the numbers everything points to this guy might be the negative on the team between the two stars and Franz and Paolo. And then you see like last year, the Magic went on a win streak when Franz was the main guy and he was like bidding for an all-star. I just think that it's hard to win in the modern NBA when you don't have spacing. And if you can trade one of them and maybe the perception of Paolo's bigger around the league and you can get more for Paolo and you can build a Magic team around Franz with spacing and driving and kicking, that might be a team that is more viable to contend long-term than what they have currently.
That's the move.
I think it's going to come to one of them being traded at the end of the year.
I mean,
they're going to
Griff
trade
said
Franz before they trade
They
Paolo.
paid both of them.